According to the U.S. Bureau of Safety and Environmental Enforcement, about 96% of the oil production in the Gulf of Mexico was shuttered in anticipation of Hurricane Ida. Now, experts say this will cause a nationwide hike in prices in the coming days. Gas prices have been on the rise from $2.24 per gallon in January to $3.17 as of August 9th, according to the Energy Information Administration. We have new Hill-HarrisX data on the matter, so let's take a look.
The poll, which was taken before the storm hit, the voters are overwhelmingly concerned about rising gas prices at 82%. That includes 90% of GOP voters, 77% of Democratic voters, and 81% of independents. Ryan, what's your read on this?
I think people prefer lower gas prices to higher gas prices. What do you guys think?
Expert analysis from Ryan Grimm. I would agree with that take.
I think gas prices are important.
Yeah, I think when you put gas in your car, you want it to be cheaper than you want it to be expensive.
Yeah, I mean, and listen, this is an obvious one that animates whatever party's not in power against the other. So I certainly think that my Republican friends will make this an issue in the midterms and 2022, talking about rising gas prices and what we could do to bring them down. But yeah, no one wants to pay more at the pump. Right, and Democrats really hammered the Bush administration in the late 2000s when gas prices, hit $4 back then. And then you see a lot of useless rhetoric around the ideas like, well, we need to drill more, as if that's going to do something to reduce the price at the pump on Tuesday. The one thing that could be done is that the FTC, there's not a whole lot they can do, but Federal Trade Commission Chair Lina Khan told the White House last week that the FTC will crack down on practices that may harm consumers at the gas pump and seek to deter, quote, unlawful mergers in the oil and gas industry. So that is sort of like, drilling in the hopes that it's going to reduce prices on Tuesday. The more mergers you have, the more monopolization you have of the industry, then the higher prices are going to be. FTC can also go after price gouging where it can find it, but the difference between high prices and price gouging is often in the eye of the beholder. And so this is the administration trying to, look like it's doing as much as it can, but ultimately these short-term swings are really out of the hands of most administrations. Well, and a criticism the Biden administration is going to continue to have on this is that they have halted domestic energy production in the case of the Keystone Pipeline, which lost about 10,000, non-permanent, but 10,000 American jobs, while, lifting sanctions on Nord Stream 2 in Russia through Germany. But the ultimate point is going to be that if we're relying on foreign entities, that's a much more, to get our energy production, it's a much more volatile landscape that we're looking at. So, many would argue that we should keep a focus on the domestic production. But ultimately, at the end of the day, this is a much more big picture question about the future of an all of the above approach to energy, so that we're not, just relying purely on one route to do this.
Yeah, politically, this could be very damaging. So, of course, the administration is going to try to place the blame other places. Like we've already seen Biden saying, hey, Saudis, and OPEC nations, you guys help us out here, release the barrels, and then of course we're going to see the Republicans say, well, it's because of the pipelines and you didn't, you're halting construction and it's inflation, it's all your fault. So I definitely think we can see a lot of politicization of this issue if the gas prices don't come down.
Yeah, and if Democrats want to get away from this in the future, what they need to do is pass this $3.5 trillion reconciliation package, which includes billions of dollars for electric vehicles, so that even if not everybody is using an electric vehicle, if you reduce the number of gas-powered vehicles by 80% or whatever, then you're not going to see these wild swings. And if Democrats are smart, they'll probably do some type of cash stimulus proposal right around the midterms, which worked so well in the Georgia elections, and they could try to tie it to the cost of gas, the cost of energy going up for people. But I think Kim's right that this, that we know historically that this does have a political impact on whoever the party is in power. But thank you everybody for watching What America's Thinking, and we'll see you next time.